Whoever's watching this right now, stay with me. I'm going to be in the book of First Corinthians. This is Paul preaching to the church in Corinth. Specifically, I'm going to go over chapter 1, just a little bit of chapter 1, where Paul is emphasizing and addressing divisions among the church in Corinth. But specifically, we see many who consider themselves wise, using their own intellect to actually divide and destroy the church. Paul tells us in chapter 1, he tells us that true wisdom comes from Christ, not from man. And so we'll start with chapter 1, verse 25, which says, "For the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For consider your calling, brothers. Not many of you were wise according to worldly standards. Not many were powerful. Not many were of noble birth. But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God chose what is low and despised in the world, even things that are not, to bring to nothing things that are, so that no human being might boast in the presence of God. And because of him, you are in Christ Jesus, who became to us wisdom from God, righteousness and sanctification and redemption, so that, as it is written, let the one who boasts, boast in the Lord." So in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, we see divisions among the church in Corinth. Paul's addressing this and saying, hey, all of you who are using your own intellect and your own wisdom to seem better than your peers, you guys are actually foolish. You're missing the whole point of the gospel. The whole point of the gospel is to see Christ's saving work on the cross. And at first glance, actually, from the world's perspective, Christ's death on the cross seems foolish. Dying on a cross, it looks like an act of weakness. It looks like an act of weakness. And we even see some attitudes of Christ when he was still walking during his ministry on earth. His attitudes of humility, suffering, and servanthood, they look like weakness from the world's perspective, but from God's perspective, that is wisdom. That is godly, divine wisdom. And we see Paul here saying, don't trust in yourself, trust in the Lord's wisdom.